Happy after party!
Happy after party! Real
Happy RHONY
Housewives!
season 14, guys.
Is it season 14?
It's season 14.
It is not.
Yes.
Why did I think it was like 13 or 12? I'm so behind.
I honestly thought
so behind.
Wait, real quick, because I said to you, I said, when we were doing this and we were titling it, I said, did they call it with the new cast season 14 or did they start over and call it season 1?
No, why?
Said,
they would never change the name, right? Yeah. Because it is the Real Housewives of New York. The cast has changed throughout the years. We've had Aviva, we've had Bethany, we've had Luann, Sonia, Carol. We've had the one who went to Australia with the red hair from season 1. What is her name? Why am I blanking?
You see in here, though,
you know that one?
Teresa, it is not RHONY. I will never watch them. Wait a minute. You have to wait. Relax, Teresa. Relax.
I'm going to say, because I was very skeptical on all of this,
I think we both were.
And when Bravo decided to make this decision, and the decisions Bravo was making in the first place, and made you think like this is not going to work, right?
Right.
Great cast. It's fresh. They're all from different neighborhoods. In fact, 2 years ago, we were doing a live. And we were talking about how cool would it be if they had a diverse cast, a younger cast, a fresher, like today's New York cast from very different neighborhoods, like Tribeca, Brooklyn, you know, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, the Soho, wherever they're from. Like, let's see these women in action. And that's what they delivered on. And I do feel like we have a really great cast. I loved this episode. I love these ladies.
You know, it almost makes me think if like when they did the original RHONY, if they got so stuck on the Upper East Side with like the Harry Dubin and the Regency and all of that, because Ramona, Sonia, and Luann were so polarizing as a group of 3. So then they started to build off of those 3, and that's why they could never get out of the Upper East Side. Whereas like this time they got to start with a fresh cast and they cast from all over. You know what I mean?
It's true. You know, like I feel like for a first episode, and I know a lot of people. Yeah, Alex McCord, thank you, MIA.
Cindy said
a lot of
it was kind of boring.
Yeah, no, I understand that, right? Because there's going to be differences of opinions here because we need a cast. No offense to anyone who loves New York like I do, like the original cast. We need a fresh like take.
Yeah,
we really do. At this point, it's been dead in the water since what 2 years ago, since the pandemic, since you know everything. It's been a shit show.
It's been a while,
and we have to have that fresh cast, that fresh take to bring us in, to bring a younger crowd in, to bring a fresher crowd in. And I feel like honestly they delivered. But I wanted to like ask the live chat, and again, that's just my opinion, guys. I know
it does actually though. Wait, real quick before you ask them, it does feel younger. Like without Leah McSweeney. Like without making it that young, it feels like young, professional. We have kids, but we're like worth millions. We're like in the glam, but it's like we're still in our 40s. It's not like we're like in our 60s and like, okay, we, you know.
And that's okay too, because like
that's okay.
Your uncle today, who was a big fan of New York, he won't watch it. He's not watching Crappy Lake. He's not watching the new cast. He's like, nope, I'm not watching it. I am done. That is it. So he's one of those fans, which I get, right? Because I'm a huge fan of like that whole, you know, cast.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like for me, like I'm 40. It's nice to watch these women like in a zone, like people my age who are dealing with the same thing. Like I just feel like they're bringing a new generation of housewives, and I really do appreciate that as well.
Well, how was it? I thought it was good, D. I really enjoyed it. Love
and I wasn't expecting
Jenna.
Much.
I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I thought I was going to hate it. I just didn't want to be negative because I feel like, listen, especially this cast, they put so much into filming it and they get so excited. Like, I think it's really dick to like go on and be like, you know, like I don't want it to work. Or Russ, I'm not using you as an example, but I am. I hope it tanks. I deleted one pass. Like, I'm not using you as an example, but I would not root for like these ladies to spend 4 or 5 months filming their lives and trying to bring us a new show and understanding the pressure that comes with that. Sure. And then us being like, we don't give a shit. We hope your show fails. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all. But you can see, like, especially with the cast, Jason, I wanted to bring this up. Normally we don't. Here's the old cast, the legacy cast. But
well, that's the legacy cast, right? That's not the cast that I would love to watch.
But look at this cast.
Okay, if I had to rank these ladies, can we please go from literally 1 to 6.
Okay, wait, no.
On how we feel right now.
Okay, so the one that is the most important to you, the front runner of the show to the least favorite. You go first.
Okay, so we're doing front runner, who I think, who Jason thinks, guys.
By the way, everybody in the live chat do the same thing.
Yeah,
Go.
please. There's 100 in the room. Hit that like button, by the way, guys. Helps us out tremendously. Okay, so if I had to go through right here, here are our 6 women of the new cast of the Real Housewives of New York. My favorite from episode 1 would have to be Jenna Lyons. She is just fresh. I feel like she's successful, but she's afraid to like kind of tout her success. And I really
tout. That's a good word.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I feel like she's, you know, understated, underestimated. Great. Love.
She's very handsome too for a woman.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Right?
I mean,
Like,
honestly, she's gorgeous, and her taste in an apartment. I know Erin had something to say about her apartment. Being a real estate agent, it works for her, but not necessarily anyone else. But in New York, yes, you always find a buyer for that apartment. I thought she was great.
Okay, next.
I'm going to have to say I'm really stuck between my second favorite right now. I'm going to have to go with Erin. And I know that a lot of people are not going to go with her. But I like her a lot.
Why does she remind me of Kristen Takeman? Like,
no, she's not Kristen Takeman.
She doesn't give you this
Get
vibe?
out. No.
Really?
Girl, no.
They don't look the same?
No. Not the same thing. Erin is a more successful real estate agent, first of all. Second of all, I love her Israeli background. That's like a personal preference.
So pretty.
Love. I think she's great. I love seeing her family, and we got welcomed to Erin with her first, you know, being introduced to Shabbat, which is great. I love that. She's cool, fun. Okay, third.
Wait, somebody's already guessing for you.
There we go. Brynn. This is a firecracker, guys. Like, I feel like Brynn is the one who is going to carry the drama, right?
She's Sonia, but just a younger. She's a baby Sonia.
Young Sonia.
She's a fucking mess in the best way possible. Like reality TV mess, just silly. Like if you could take a camera and put it, if you could imagine one of your best friends from high school that was just an absolute disaster, but so amazing at the same time. They just fuck shit up and they don't mean to. But it's like great to watch. That is Brynn, but then glamour because you're still on the Real Housewives.
Like, but she has she has something to say all the time. She's really not afraid of it.
Her voice, by the way, is so sexy. She has that raspy, like
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, she does. I'm saying,
so
like
Brynn,
she's a character.
Yeah, Brynn used to be like broke in LA. She's a friend of Pandora's, right?
Yep.
Lisa kind of like welcomed her into her home and kind of took her under her wing and give her advice and guided her. And now look, we have a new generation of housewives, but she's
Pandora's
fantastic.
Friends.
Pandora's Friends.
Pandora's Friends is the new generation of housewives. By the way, she also said
not Pandora.
Brynn did an interview and she credits being able to talk about DIC, you know, to Lisa Vanderpump. She said Lisa taught her
DICK.
Yes. She said Lisa Vanderpump taught her it was okay to talk about dick on the show. So I said, that's great.
Listen, I don't think anyone's holding back on this cast, right?
No, but they shouldn't. And they also, I didn't find one person, by the way, before we continue, I didn't find one person emulating old cast members. If anybody I could see a comparison so far is people are going to compare Brynn to Sonia, but you could tell that's actually Brynn. It's not her trying. You know what I mean? When Noella came on and she was so obviously trying to
Noella
be a
was
housewife.
trying. Let's like go into the OC disaster.
I think that this girl's really a glamorous disaster. Like she just is.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. My next is gonna have to be Uba.
Oh,
I think she is like this. I just really like her energy, and I'm gonna say this really quickly. There is not one person I don't like on this cast.
No.
Okay, there's not one, but I'm just going based off of what I saw, and this is how I would, put them. Does anyone think Erin resembles Jennifer Aniston? Yeah, I can see that. She also reminds me of Tracy Tudor for some reason.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston got me more.
From $1 Million Listing. I don't know why.
Definitely boring. Bring back the original cast. Totally did not deliver. All about the cheese. So disappointed. Not New Yorkers. A waste of my time.
We gotta have to do more than one episode to figure that out.
Guys, I forgot Jessel. Yes, can I say really quick? This we have 2 left. So I'm gonna bring Uba down real quick. I actually thought about Jessel when we were towards the end of the episode because I kind of forgot about her too. Only because we're learning everyone, right?
Right. But here's the trick, right? This is what they do. So they bring you in with these favorites, right? We love Jenna Lyons right now.
Yeah.
We love this person. We love that person. But
And then-
Jessel has kind of been overlooked, even with her mom and her life and her OCD about being clean on the table and no fingerprints. Even with that, I feel like just from what happened at the premiere with Jessel, I feel like we have yet to see or been able to like really kind of get a good grasp of her, because I feel like it didn't showcase her enough. I feel like every woman got showcased enough in this episode except Jessel, but I feel like she's coming.
Well, there has to be one too. Like there always has to, you know, like Nina Ali last season for Real Housewives of Dubai. She's not going to be on this season, but we at the beginning we were like, oh, she's boring, and by the end we understood her place in the show, where she was kind of like bringing everyone back together
at the very end, right? At the very end, I mean, I'm not saying you. Some people loved Nina Ali at the very end. I mean, I like her now more than ever. She's not even on the show.
So who's next?
So Sai, love her. I feel like we're just getting again just a little taste of Sai, right? And then again after this, oh, what did Jen say? I do not think it was boring. I think Brynn is a slow burn. Okay, Jen, I see that. So we have Sai, and then last, of course, would be Jessel. And I'm not saying she's my least favorite. I'm just saying from this episode where we have everyone standing right now, this is the impact that it had for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is I think everyone forgets too, is like even when they announce the cast, this being the cast, there is a missing person. Her name is Lizzie Savetsky.
Mm-hmm.
She originally was supposed to be on, but there was something that came out. I believe it was about being anti-Semitic or anti-Semitic remarks. And that came out. She was filming with the cast, and then she just like backed out and didn't want to be a part of this. So I do sit back and wonder, like her being in New York and being a true New Yorker tonight, knowing that this is the premiere of the Real Housewives of New York City. Like I would want to know, do you regret that decision? Do you not? Like, how do you feel?
Let's reach out for an interview.
Well, no, and then we did this with Jen Shaw, guys. We're not gonna piss off Bravo anymore. Give that interview to the birds. You guys can have that interview.
You know, I just feel like I was expecting a lot less, and the build up, you know, at BravoCon, we were at BravoCon last year.
Yeah.
And they had the cast announcement and everyone was like, you know what I mean? Like sleeping on them. I was sleeping on them. Everyone's sleeping on them. And I think it was until maybe a few weeks ago or the first 7 minutes came out. You know, we got to see the episode a little earlier. So like I knew what to expect, but I feel like this is a good cast.
I think it's solid. And I think
like
that
what else are we going to do with it?
Well, and everyone has to remember too, is like, yes, we have to take the time to get invested. I thought it was interesting that they led with a cheesegate right out of the gate. Like, no, I don't mean to say gate twice, but with the cheese, the cheese thing was really stupid to me. It was silly. But can I say really quick, we have to pick our battles, because we're complaining that some shit is so dark, like on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it's so aggressive and so dark. And then we're saying that the cheesegate is so stupid. So we have to just decide, like, what do we want? Do we want the really aggressive, like, because if you want it, we're about to get it on Potomac. Hair pulling, ambulances, stitches. Yeah. It's coming. Or do you want the cotton candy? Like, oh my God, are we seriously still fighting about cheese? Move on.
I love this.
You know?
And I love the quick conflict resolution, okay? Because we always talk about conflict and resolution and what makes a good housewife show, and this is exactly what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you guys for making my summer. Love you both. Jen, thank you for making our night, and thank you for being here. We see you in the comments a lot, so we appreciate you.
Thank you, Jen Johnson.
No, I just think, and yes, thank you, Jen. I just think that, I don't know, this is just a good, like you said, it can be either be aggressive or it can be more cotton candy, but watching these successful women and these fun women argue about cheese, actually kind of like, it's kind of nice. And I've said before, it's just, I miss the old days of the cotton candy, like Ladies of London drama, where it's just very quick conflict resolution. Because like I said before, we're always talking about conflict resolution. Sometimes it lasts a season, an episode, but here it lasted like 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, there was a new conflict or new resolution.
I want to add to the resolution. I want to add to this really quick too. I think that these ladies had it the hardest as far as new housewives coming in, because I feel like for other cities like the Real Housewives of Dubai, when you have the show, Dubai plays such a B role in the show that it offers as part of the show, almost as if it plays as a character. So we're so interested in seeing the Burj Khalifa and like the deserts and the camels. So it almost takes away and sometimes entertains us because it's scenery that we're not necessarily used to. Where with RHONY, not only are we used to an entire cast for the last 13 seasons, we also know a lot about New York City. So the glitz, the glamour, the Empire State Building, and the Statue of Liberty, that's not going to fool us. We're like paying attention to the women. The women have to bring it.
100%. So even like Judy just said in the live chat, I did love seeing all the husbands, kids, and families. Like we really did get introduced to these ladies right off the bat.
Aaron's family is really cute too.
So cute. And so for me, it's so relatable. But like, yes, so cute. Oh my God, cute.
Brynn,
and I wasn't expecting to like Aaron. I thought I would not like her at all.
I like her. I feel like she's just like a businesswoman. She looks like she's very like down to the point. Like
she's Israeli. Well, she's Jewish. Yeah. So
but
of course they're like straight up.
She's kind of what I feel like Kristen Taekman wanted to be. But now Kristen is on Legacy. Like this actually makes me.
Is that her new name?
Is it Kristen? What was her name before?
Oh,
no, that's Kelly Benson.
Kelly.
Are they blending for you? Are you so out with the old?
I'm so out with the old, but I'm loving Crappy Lake.
You know what? Can I say really quick?
Loving Crappy Lake.
I love Crappy Lake too. This is actually bad, you guys. I know that some of you in the live chat are saying that you are not here for the new ones. I think that the old housewives like RHONY, after watching this, I think our Legacy women are going to maybe do 1 or 2 seasons of Legacy and phase out. I think they're done.
Well, and it's nothing against them because they created what we have now. For sure. The reason that
which is New kind York of dick that they didn't invite them to the premiere.
That is dick. They didn't invite them to the premiere.
That is dick.
None of the housewives from the Real Housewives of New York original cast or in the past cast were invited to the premiere at the Rainbow Room
when they created
on top of Rockefeller Center.
That's great. I love Bravo.
I mean, maybe they just didn't want to like.
Is it a bad omen?
No, I just think it's like a PR thing, right? They didn't want to intermix like the old with the new. They wanted these new girls to start off fresh, which
and just shine.
Apparently, Jessel did on the red carpet all by herself.
And puked
everywhere.
That makes sense too.
So
because
fresh.
Also, people can mix photos, and then they could be like RHONY premiere, and then it could be a photo of Ramona, and that can take the place of like, you know what I mean? So that might be strategic. Like, but it did seem like invite them and say don't do press.
Oh, 100%.
But then also you have people walking around, taking photos the whole time. I don't know. I don't also think that if I were one of the ladies of the original cast of RHONY, I don't know if I would even want to go to the premiere because as much as it would be so awesome to celebrate the new women, there has to be an element of like, oh man.
Well, what I think happens is they're like, hey, sit this out. You guys are about to have a premiere as well for your show, Legacy, Ultimate Girls Trip, whatever the hell they're calling it. And just, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. But I do feel like, and we had this conversation during the pandemic on live on your channel when we were recapping New York. I don't know if you remember. I think even Kempire was there. And we talked about how great it would be to have some diversity in the cast of New York, to have ladies that are not just from the Upper East Side, but from Brooklyn, but from Tribeca, but from, all different parts of Manhattan. There's so many different boroughs, right? So what are we going to bring up?
Well, I was going to ask, where is Jenna from? Like, what is her ethnicity?
Oh, I have no idea.
Just I was curious about that because her
ethnicity is fabulous.
We do have like a lot of, even Aaron, like I was on Twitter, some people were like, Aaron looks like you're a basic average white girl. And I was like, she's not, like, she's from Israel. She has such an eclectic background with such a, like, pay attention.
I just feel like we asked for this.
Yeah.
So when people like now, because I remember doing these lives, and this was almost 2 years ago. I remember doing these lives. I remember talking about New York and what everyone wanted, and everyone in the live chat, more relatable, young and fresh, from different boroughs, a diversity. And now we have this. So I don't know. I think we need to give these ladies a chance. First of all, I'm on board.
I'm on board.
I'm completely on board. I'm more on board than like the last season of New York. I think that.
I think it's just a matter. Actually, you know what? And I love our Dubai ladies. Like, this just made me excited. I think that even for our Salt Lake City ladies, I don't necessarily know how excited I am for the new season.
Of what?
Salt Lake. So I'm saying, like, going into this,
Ugh.
going into this and being excited again, like Bravo had a hard task with a brand new cast to be able to get us excited. And I'm not going to lie, when they released the first 7 minutes,
Where's
and
the live chat?
Bravo by Gaze posted it on Instagram, the first 7 minutes of this episode, I was so not into it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be. But then watching it, I'm like, oh, you have a show.
I do love, okay, because Bravo, Housewives, everything else with Scandival and the attention of that and everything coming to Bravo, they have to evolve, right? I really think, in my opinion, I really enjoyed the whole intro of the ladies and the whole, like, you know, background of New York, but like the kind of runway feel, like the really like essence of New York. I really felt that, like when we're changing scenes or we're going like, oh, Brynn, or, you know, oh, Jenna, you know, whatever the hell they do, you know, in between. I thought it was.
Brent's like, I'm a good time, but don't make me mad, or I'll sleep with your dad. You
No,
know
I'll
what?
date your dad.
Oh,
It's
oh,
not
sorry.
sleeping.
You know what? You know how, like, when they say the taglines, it always is like an intricate part of their storyline for
Yeah.
the season. It was Kim from Bravo Breaking News when I was doing Hot Messy Topics on Friday. She's like, whose dad did she try to sleep with? And I said, what?
Aaron's, and it was a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke later in the season. You'll see, like with Aaron's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot. It's a lot.
This is a lot. Okay. So I know that we're going to continue covering this throughout the week. We actually have a very odd week this week coming up. So we're not going to be doing an after party next Sunday. We're going to be traveling, which means we'll probably do a recap the following day, just a pre-record.
Technically, we could. Well,
no.
I don't think we can next week.
No, we're going to be in a hotel.
Yeah, but we will be doing Hot Messy Topics, right?
No.
I don't know. No.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
We'll do
yeah,
that on
we're a little
Tuesday.
bit behind next week. We're going to be traveling. We're going up to the Southern Charm of it all, so that'll be
Southern
fun.
Charm. Can't wait to watch, Adam. When will you be discussing New York? Tomorrow. We'll be discussing more in depth at 12 p.m. for Hot Messy Topics. We'll talk about Welcome to Crappy Lake, some stuff that's going on with Vanderpump Rules, a little bit of Real Housewives of Atlanta, more about RHONY, because as everything comes out tonight and it's going to start playing on the West Coast, then all of the press is going to come out. The ladies are going to be on social media. There's going to be a ton of people picking up on things. Then you're going to have the Bravo fans who are now going to be digging in these ladies' like closets to find their skeletons. Like it's like opening Pandora's box. Literally, welcome, Brynn.
Do you know
what we have?
Do you know what I loved about these ladies? Because Eddie asked on Watch What Happens Live before we came in. By the way, 11/11 guys,
11/11.
Make a wish. They asked, did you watch the old seasons of New York? They all said yes. You know, so I feel like they knew what they were kind of coming into, right?
Yeah.
You know, like they're not.
Except Uba.
I love Uba.
Uba
will
no.
be a breakout. Everyone will have their own breakout period this season. I feel like this is going to just give us a refresh to carry us through this season. What is OC on 17? Let's at least get us there.
Uba's like, I don't watch this shit. Because they do taglines at the end. Loving Jenna Lyons back on a show. She's so interesting.
She is interesting, right?
I do too. Smorgasbord of topics. I agree. Southern Charm. Jason will elaborate next week. Not this week.
Southern. Yeah, well,
Adam, it's past your bedtime.
We'll
you have no idea.
We know.
We know.
Yes.
We know. First of all, guys, by the way, 11/11, when have you guys caught me up past 11 o'clock? It has been so long. We woke up this morning at 5:30 a.m. So the fact that I'm even up at 11:11 is wild. But I still made it.
You still made it.
And I didn't cancel. And I thought about it.
Didn't cancel.
I thought about it, guys. I was going to go to bed. I was going to grab my little hefty dog and go lay in bed. And I was going to be like, no.
Well, she's just
tomorrow.
More to love.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have coming up tomorrow, Hot Messy Topics. On Tuesday, we have Anchor Watch, which we will be covering Below Deck Down Under Season 2, and also the reunion from Below Deck Sailing.
Sorry. I'm so excited for Anchor Watch really quick, by the way, because Captain Jason and also Aisha, they're both back. It's something I'm familiar with. I'm sorry to Captain Glenn and Gary and Gary. Sorry.
Who the hell says that?
I thought
it's like you trying to say Newark.
Oh, Gary and Daisy. No, I find the sailing like cast to be not as interesting, and I think it's not as
I
interesting
love the
because of
sailing cast.
I know, but when it comes to like Captain Jason and Aisha, and then we're back on the mega yachts, and then we have the spaces in every room, like there's at least 10 different rooms. So then when I see one in sequence 1 to 10, I get reminded, oh my God, there's so much more space. And I feel like it's opening a present all over again. Tune in, Anchor Watch, because
we have something to share with you.
It's back.
All the captains
Finally.
are going to start doing some crossovers.
Yes, and also sailing sucks. But
no, it does not suck.
Well,
why
this
do
is
you
so much
say
better
that?
because this is like
there's more viewers, of course, for like the original Below Deck, but sailing does not suck.
I actually feel like
this has been the best season of sailing in 4 seasons. The 4 seasons they've had, this has been the best. We are not talking about Anchor Watch right now.
I feel like
this is an after party.
I feel like
New York.
I feel like I should be a guest judge on Anchor Watch.
No. But we might get Ryan Bailey on Anchor Watch because he is a Below Deck fan. So
how the fuck do we get Ryan Bailey and not me on my own channel? And I'm not allowed.
I'm surprised you're up now.
You're right.
Right.
So crazy. It's 8:11. By the way, Ryan Bailey, we love you, and you can come on anytime. We love Ryan Bailey. Okay, maybe he'll sleep in. Janet, no, I will not, and I will be calling you at 7 o'clock in the morning.
100%.
Guys, 27 minutes in. Thank you so much for the after party and RHONY.
We will be back for after parties.
Yes, not next week.
Just not next week.
Just not next week. And he can't tell you why. So
we will.
But one day he will. And Southern Charm is
Thank you, Samar. Sailing does not suck. At all.
Yeah, it doesn't
at all. If you watched it, you would know.
I did. That's how I know it sucks.
No, you didn't. You watched like 5 minutes. No, no, don't say name the cast.
Gary,
Daisy,
Colin, Chef,
Alicia, not another gay name. No.
Glenn. Hold on, Glenn.
And Alex, who's going to be on Winter House. Chase, Mads, Lucy. Who are they? You don't know them.
I'm about to
call. He doesn't know. He doesn't watch Blue Deck.
This
is why we do Anchor Watch, guys.
I know Hannah. I'll call Hannah and I'll find out who the new cast is.
All right.
Like, well, let's skip it. Sailing is not as good, but I'm hyping you up for the new season because Captain Jason and Aisha are great. And met Aisha. Aisha wanted to co-host something together. She's good energy. I like
great
her.
energy.
Captain Jason only had great conversations with him. Met him.
You guys are gonna do a collab soon, Captain Jason. And
yeah, so
that'll be fun.
I'm all about this cast, so now I will be excited. Jason's like, you don't post my Anchor Watch. I'll be posting the shit out of it now. But then when it's Sailing Yacht, I'm like, I don't know if I can support.
Sailing Yacht has such great ratings. You're missing out. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just like, the new cast is not for everyone. The old cast is not from everyone. You're not going to win it all. Yeah. That's okay, Debbie. You can always catch it later on Peacock. All right.
Well,
ready?
All right, guys. We will see you next time tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern on the main channel, Up and Adam. We love you and smash that like button. Bye, guys.